first time using this platform, so
This is dope. I was like, "What's this?" Pleasantly surprised. Got the
well, I
logo
was
in the
thinking,
corner and shit.
yeah, it's just because we got people on all the different platforms, and we kind of decided to do it last minute. So,
Yeah,
um,
this keeps it like pretty streamlined. That's what's up.
oh, cool. And YouTube just let people know too.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, hopefully the rest of the homies should be jumping in soon. Let me, here we go. So I'm gonna be able to see all the comments. I think. Oh, Ryan, what's up, brother? So we'll be able to see, I think, Facebook and YouTube comments here, and then I have
Right.
another tab for Instagram. For some reason, Instagram you have to like do separately. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
basically, we were supposed to be doing a big Hellhound publishing show tonight in Portland, Maine. We were going to be having most of the crew up there to perform at the Ephodian Theater, but because of the snow and the ice and all the stuff that they're going to get hit with, they decided we should postpone for the time being. But we all carved out the time to be doing this tonight, so I figured, what the hell, we should all just like jump on a chat and catch up with each other, catch up with the friends, fans, community. We'll talk about some of the stuff that we got coming up in the works, all sorts of shit here. Um, all right, so we got somebody on Facebook and somebody on YouTube. So shout out to you guys for tuning in. Um, Obviously, I'm sure we don't need too many introductions, but
right.
even though it says Hellhound Publishing, I am Cody Pope. Even
Yo,
though, what's up,
yo.
brother?
Even though,
How
and
you
then he
doing,
shows up.
man?
I love it.
What's good, Bizza?
What up, dog?
Uh, Ryan says Bizza resembles a comic villain. I feel like that's a compliment.
It is a high compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. Be the villain
Um,
in your eardrums.
yeah, so shout out to everybody that tunes in with us tonight. I was just saying, I just kind of figured this thing out tonight, and so we are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Oh
Hi,
wow, that's
Jennifer.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Everybody say what's up to Jennifer.
Peace,
What's up,
Jennifer.
Jennifer? Hey.
Um, so yeah, so like we were saying, we had a show tonight with most of the roster from the record label, and due to the inclement weather, the show got canceled. So I kind of figured this would be a great night for everybody to catch up, and we could let people know some of the stuff we have going on, some of how things have been so far, and just ain't nothing to it but to do it, right?
Absolutely.
For sure. So what's been going on with you, Pope?
Man, we've been staying busy. So obviously we just what's up, Keith? Shout out to Keith.
Peace, peace.
Um, so the end of February we released the second part of our EP series, um, Renaissance Park, and we so in August we did the first chapter, which was Pound of Flesh, and then in February we did the second chapter, which was Renaissance Park. We had a really cool release party, as you guys were there, and we got to like make shirts and perform the record, and it was a really cool night. And then we followed that up with like about seven more shows just throughout our kind of like southern New England area. And they went great, man. We got to open for Ari the Rugged Man at one point. We had a really
That's
great
dope.
show in Vermont. Um, Definitely, I texted Bizza right away because I knew he'd appreciate it. But when the first night that we played in Vermont, Marley Marr was at our show
Yeah, that's
and
amazing.
was like watching our set from the sidelines. So that was pretty crazy. Shout out to Jaden from YouTube. What's up?
Peace, Jaden.
Yo.
Um, Yo, do you guys see the little chat thing on the side, or is that just am I the only one that sees that?
I see a chat at the bottom.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
like
okay.
click a button to see
Yeah,
it,
there I
but I
see the
can't.
comments
Yeah.
now.
Okay. I just wondering. So for everybody that's tuned in, this is our first time doing a stream like this. So we're on simultaneously we're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So big shout out to all of our people on all of those platforms. You guys know that Hellhound is an independent movement and it's artist driven, and so in order to help our organic reach, everybody that can contribute to things like this, and that'll like, share, comment combo always helps. So we appreciate you guys. We really recognize a lot of the names that keep popping up, people that keep buying stuff from the web store. Um, so yeah, it's really cool. Appreciate that. Um, really excited to announce the newest member of Hellhound is Ghosty.
Peace, Ghost.
Now, being a cat, do you think she'll get along with all the hounds in Hellhound?
Yeah, for sure, because
Okay.
Yeah.
Byron is a cat dad. Tripsy straight up is carnivora.
That's
Um,
true. That's true.
so I think between like cats and birds and dogs, we have a pretty well-rounded.
Yeah, that'd be like the only thing is the bird might be like a little cats and birds don't always get along, obviously, but
Yeah, you got to be a little careful there.
yeah.
Well, Bizza,
Um,
why don't you
Bizza,
mention
you
the
were
thing that you were
just
telling me
briefly-
about the other night?
Yeah, so yesterday was pretty amazing. I actually got to basically be a guest in acrobatics class at UMass Boston, and I did about, I would say, a half-hour presentation on just my ventures in beat making, how I got started, just like the origin stories. Got to like explain, my character, whatnot, and obviously I didn't wear the mask when I was in class because I didn't want to get like kicked off campus or anything like that. But I explained everything that's going on. I'm actually working on editing the video right now. I blurred my face just to keep with the character. When I can figure out how to save that, I'm gonna try to put that up on YouTube so people can see it. I got everything up until like actually like making a beat, but I got like something like I started sampling something so people got like the gist of it, and it was pretty well informed class too. People were digging it. I got a few good questions in too, and yeah, it's
Pope, just
exciting.
bring the light closer to the camera.
You
Biz-
doing the interrogation?
Yo, Bizza,
Yeah, I don't
that's
want to
really
like
dope.
shine you guys in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
Bizza had mentioned that the other night when me, Tripsy, and him were chatting, like coordinating what ended up being a canceled performance or rescheduled, we'll say. And I was saying to Bizza, yo, like I remember when I was in college, somebody had come in who was in the Orlando music scene because that's where I went to school at the time, and like the things that they did and told me definitely had an impact. So I told them, I was like, I hope there's like a college student who was like, yo, I'm definitely making beats now after what I saw or whatever,
Yeah, I mean that's obviously my hope too, because I saw people were really like paying attention, you know what I mean? And granted, for the limited amount of time I had, I mean I probably could have done a lot more within like an hour, an hour and a half or whatever. But I mean I feel like I was able to get like the actual like thoughts conveyed and people could see it in real time too. So that was cool.
Word.
And that was the other thing Ack was saying too, is like he never really got to see me chop stuff up on the fly right there. So like that was cool for him to see, and like watching him peer over me while I was working too. Like,
Hell yeah.
and yo, Ryan, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Oh, shout out Tripsy's jumping in here. Hey yo, the tribe is growing.
What up, Trippy?
Oh shit, I got to add him. My bad.
Oh,
There he is.
Yo,
What up, man?
There you are, you
I'm
beef turkey.
Sorry, everybody. Like I've been saying, this is our first time using this platform. I literally just figured this out like less than an hour ago, so I'm still learning. Thank you guys for tuning in. As I was saying, we are live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube right now. Shout out to our brother Trip Seat, our Hellhound representative coming out of Boston, Massachusetts. What's up, bro?
Hey. No, sorry, I'm late, fellas. Yeah, I was watching the stream. I missed the link to hop in and get in on this StreamYard thing's pretty dope. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I dig this, man. It was dope.
Oh,
we
but yeah, I think right before I jumped on busy, you were talking about you were basically teaching a college class. Are you
Yeah,
professor
I
now?
got to go in there for a day, and basically I just got to link up with acrobatics class and in UMass Boston, and
Oh hell yeah.
I brought the new teenage engineering, the EP 133. Brought my little mini turntable, few vinyl. Showed them some examples, explained my origin story and everything, and just how I got to where I'm at now and stuff. And yeah, it was. I feel like I was pretty informative for what it was too, because like I said, real quick last minute. Yeah, and I got one too under this mask, so I had to like kind of change the context. Everybody got beards,
Yeah.
Hey,
Beard
the
game.
beard is the way.
This is the way.
Damn, kind of hoping we get like a surprise feature from Nico. I don't know what he's up
I know
to,
that'd be
but
fire.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
What time is it where
Right.
he's at?
It's
I
earlier.
think,
It'd be like
yeah, exactly. He's what, 5 hours behind us?
something
Three.
like that, I think.
3 or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 p.m. over there in BC.
Hopefully we'll get Byron in here soon too.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keith. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Jaden. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in so far. Like we were saying, we were supposed to have a big group performance tonight in Portland, Maine, but because of the inclement weather, got canceled. So we decided like we all carved out the time. What perfect opportunity to catch up with one another and let everybody know some of the stuff we're working on and got going on and how things have been. We don't get to do this very often, so.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
No,
I feel
exactly.
like
We got
I'm like trying. What were you saying, Evan?
I was saying we got snowed out, but that's okay. Just means we're gonna come back stronger. The show hasn't been
Absolutely.
canceled, remember.
Nope.
It's been
Just
postponed.
postponed. We just got to
Exactly.
find another date.
Damn right.
It'll be good though. So let me see. So Bizza, not to keep it on you, but you just participated in an event recently that was really cool. I wish I got to go to it, but you were doing instrumentals at the Middle East for the freedom. What? Tell us a little about
The
that.
freestyle clinic. So
Shout out
big
to
up to
City,
City,
though.
by the way. So we had a long report from like quite a while back, and he reached out and he was like, hey, so we're starting to do the freestyle clinic over at the Middle East now, and the upstairs like in like where like the restaurant area is and stuff, and it just happens to be like a perfect spot too because people can see us as like they're walking by and stuff, and it kind of like it adds an inviting kind of like vibe to it. But yeah, it was I actually got to do it twice already now. It's like the end of the month. It's like the last Sunday of the month, and they have like a featured producer come in, which happened to be me this time, and the second time around I had this other guy used to go by Slim Pickens. He goes by
Yeah.
Kiva now. So we kind of like went back and forth, and like I brought my sampler, like I said, and I brought a couple of my 404s as well, and I just like kind of keep it going, But we went back and forth, kind of traded off. It wasn't like exactly like round robin, but it was fairly variant because his style is pretty variant with what he was doing too. But yeah, it seems like it seems like it's going well over there. So
Is it Middle East upstairs or is it on the corner?
it's literally like the entrance, like where the restaurant is. Like they have like they have it set up so basically like they moved a bunch of the tables out of the way and stuff, and it's like nice round open area to work in and stuff.
Dope.
Oh hell yeah.
And it's been dope too because Seti's been like actually recording it, like basically when people go up because they have featured producers, like featured artists as well. And when they do the open mics, like he has like the DAW open and he's actually recording people as they're doing the performance. So they got like a nice clean recording on top of that. So really dope.
Nice, dude. Are you scheduled to do that again?
He was. I looks like they were asking about possibly doing it for the next one. I don't know if this is like a residency thing or whatever, but I'm just I'm gonna ride it as best I
Oh
can.
yeah.
I'm obviously like I look at it the other side too, is if I do it too much, it might not be as special, but I want to still obviously do my part and be involved in stuff as much as I can as well, because it keeps me going, keeps me being visible as much as I can be, obviously. And
Yeah. Um,
You're right on. The Middle East is such a cool venue.
it really
yeah.
like so much history there too. Like all the shows I used to go and see growing like in the early 2000s and whatnot, and it's like now, it's like the like almost like a 180, because like now I feel like I'm like in with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Dude, that's how I feel, man. The Middle East has been like a big part of my music career. And
Absolutely.
some
Shoot, man.
some of
Which
my most
you and me, man. I fucking backed you up in nonfiction in 2015, man. God,
yeah,
it was amazing.
straight up, dude. Um Man, I still look at pictures from that show all the time. It's what a surreal night that was.
Yeah, that was the best.
Um all right, so let me kind of go around the square here a little bit. I
Yeah,
don't
enough
know.
about me. Who else now?
No. We'll get to everybody. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we all are seeing the screen the same way. Nope. Nope. There we
Cody
go.
Post on the
We're gonna
top
go this.
left. I'm on the
Yeah.
We're
right.
gonna go this way, and we're gonna talk about even though for a minute.
Even
Um.
though.
What's good, yo?
So yeah. So for everybody in the chat, the uninitiated, even though is an OG member of the Hellhound Publishing artist roster as well. He's been not only a producer and artist on the label, but he's also been a contributor to a lot of the visual products that we've put out too. And over his time on the label so far, he's released two instrumental albums now. The first one being Solstitial, and then he followed that up with Equinoctial. I probably butchered that, my bad.
I did pretty
Um,
good.
Thank you. And so to celebrate the release of those records, he actually had the idea, and so we got it manufactured, and we put both albums on one CD, and you can now get that from hellhoundpublishing.com. So
Oh, yeah.
he has been a long time friend of mine personally, and on this rap journey, we both kind of had some early starts together, and then ended up in different parts of the country, and then found our way back here. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm happy to introduce you all to my brother, even though
How's it
from Nashua,
going?
New Hampshire, by Orlando, Florida, and now Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Sometimes I forget that we were recording in your West Hollis crib, doing like static selector beats for like a mixtape and shit. Like,
Yeah, straight up.
man. But yeah, everything Cody said is true, including the names of the albums, albeit like 99% correct. So good job on that. You can get the double disc also at any live show. We have the physicals available for sale, and currently I have them as part of a combination where you can get the disc with a little tote bag with it. Do I have one with me right now? Let's see if I do. Yeah, it's called a kind of lo-fi tote. You can get there's a CD in there. But yeah, so some of the stuff I've been working on recently, I've been trying to. Well, I canceled my Splice subscription, which is hard to say 5 times fast. But whoa, lights went out.
Whoa,
Whoa.
where'd
Oh
you go?
no!
Oh shit. Storm. Oh no.
Nah,
Blackout.
just
Uh,
my foot hit the power strip.
Oh.
Oh
Um,
man.
but yeah, so I've been working on some stuff that's sample free, which is tough. And I've kind of been digging in the libraries on Logic because it takes up so much space on my hard drive that I'm like, it's mostly wave loops in there. So I'm gonna mess around in there, and
Hell yeah.
and also kind of like seeing what songs have entered the public domain and see what's sampleable from there, because it's all fucking up for grabs now, you know. So I've been doing a little bit of this and that, kind of doing some art stuff as well. So I might post some of that soon. But yeah, I've put together a whole new set for the Stereo Dreams show too. Like, it's none of the tracks that I've been doing at the previous Stereo Dreams shows, in case anyone's come out to them in the past. But yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh, hell,
well, I'm biased because I've seen you a lot, but I will say that almost every time I've seen you perform, even with the 2 albums in rotation for a while, you've always done a really interesting job with like not doing the same set twice. And as
Thanks,
somebody
man.
who strives to do that as well, I really respect that a lot. Where it's like all three of you guys have like bangers in your repertoire that it's easy to kind of like be like, oh, I know when I put this one out there that the people are gonna move, but you know, it's like every movie has a good scene, but how do you like build everything up around that scene to get to that point? And that's one of the things I have a lot of fun watching you guys do live.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think after the Beats and Blunts show, Trip had said something similar, where he said he like enjoyed seeing the progression in the live set, because you know, I had never really done live shows before I started rocking with Hellhound, so it was all new. So I was like, what's my onstage identity? What's the presentation like? What's the delivery system of the music? Because like in the past, you can go to a like a beat battle or a beat showcase and see 5 or 6 different ways of presenting music. Like, one guy's triggering it live, one guy's just hitting a button and sitting back, you know, like the next guy's plugging in a phone. So it's been a really good time, like having the feedback of y'all and the audience, and having the venues to explore that that new lane, you know.
Absolutely, man.
no, absolutely, and like I think I stand by that. Like it was, you have a killer show now. Just the
Thanks,
sense
man.
of like flow from one song to the next. I think that's really something that like can set a whole, especially a live performance, apart. Is so like not to disparage anything, but like so much more than triggering off a phone. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Being able to interact and like tweak and actually perform your music a little bit, and
Right.
I think it's a world's difference.
For sure. And as far as never doing the same show twice, like there's I don't listen to jazz personally a lot. Like, I enjoy it, but I don't like listen to it in my spare time. But the idea of improvisation and riffing and jamming and all that is certainly like embedded in music so much that it's not even just jazz, but riffing on the keys along with a beat or whatever, like jamming to my own shit is definitely jazz inspired, you know.
I know we've got, and Cody, I know that, so Byron's not here right now, but definitely I know from the album release, like the last show that I saw you guys play, you had a really improvisational element too. Like, he would just trigger a beat and you had to know on the fly and be ready to like bust it out, you know? Like, that was was really cool. Like, you didn't miss a beat, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's been one of those things, dude, where he's been really good about knowing how deep my back catalog is, and also building up my catalog now and bringing the best of those worlds when we go live. Where it's like there's certain joints that I've done that still really like cement the image of what the story we're trying to tell, but then he also creates some like really beautiful shit to put around it too. I wanted to jump train of thought real quick because over on Instagram, I forgot I was neglecting Instagram because they don't show up in the feed. Big shout out to Crispy Pick. Big shout out to Matt L Photo. Big shout out to Nicolette Ryan.
Hey.
And big shout out to Kangle Fett, aka Dan. Hope you're doing well,
Dan,
man.
what up, dog?
Dan.
Thank you. Shout out my brother Ryan.
That light
Um,
work.
so yeah, like we were saying, so we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram right now. Instagram's the only one that doesn't show up in our feed, so I have to like manually check back on it. It seems like it's a little slower. Hopefully, it's still going over there. But if you're on Instagram, drop us a line. Let us know what's up. If you have questions for any of the artists that jump on the stream too, drop them in the comments, and we'll answer those. I'm gonna spin this way.
Down to me.
Your turn, buddy.
Um, Another Evan in our. Ooh, thank you. What did
Keep
you?
up that turkey, my dog.
Yeah. So no, it's obviously I have the one album I put out through Hellhound, Carnivora. I'm actually getting back. I'm making some new stuff. So I should have. You saw I was getting hyped up. I had a new song ready for the show tonight. So I'll just have to put that out by other means and get some more stuff ready for the next show since it's been postponed. But jumping off what Even Though was saying, trying to move away from like sample based work sort of things. I too had a Splice subscription. I think I'm still paying for it, but I have a bunch of credits to grab. I just like to grab like one shot sort of samples now. And I do a lot of, I got a Tascam mobile recorder. So the challenge I set for myself for the new song that I was doing for the show is every single sound that you hear is going to be based off something like I recorded or grabbed with that sample or with the recorder. I took it on like some vacations I was in over the winter. I was in the North Maine woods. That's where my like girlfriend's family is. So I was like hitting trees and shit and throwing rocks into like frozen ponds to get like impacts and shit.
Oh
And
yeah, you probably got the wind and
cruise
shit,
that I
right?
brought it with. And there's a really funny. We went to randomly. We did this like ATV tour, and we went on like it stopped at an animal sanctuary, like zoo type thing, and I got a bunch of like goats and birds and like turtles and shit making noise. One of the funniest recordings I got was I tried to grab the boat making like the air horn, like brr, like big like boat. I was like, oh fuck yeah, awesome sound. And I didn't hit record right. And when I thought I stopped the recording is when I really hit record. So I just have a version of like a capture of my voice going, got it. Yeah, that's going to sound great. And I did not get at all the sound I wanted to get. It's just so fun. Just got it.
So confident.
For real. Like super confident.
That's great, man.
This is it. This is it.
So have you used any of those sounds in beats yet?
Not really. Not really. I just was able to, or I just brought them into my computer now. I have them in Ableton, and I'm going through turning them into like drums and synths and all this sort of stuff, making like that library now. Used it for the new thing I made for today, but I'm gonna expand that and try to make maybe an EP or something out of it. We'll see where it goes. But
I'm curious to see how some of those
creative
sound
bug is
processed
back.
through knock.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I'd be curious to see how that stuff would sound processed through knock, like the drums that knock.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So make sure I want to stay on this. I'm interested to see where this goes, but just being my fucking promotional self. Trip Seat's debut album Carnivora is available on CD. There is a limited amount of copies left, and you can purchase those at hellhoundpublishing.com. You can also get Even Those Solstitial Equinoctial double album CD. Ooh, he's got one on cue. I like that.
Damn, look at that.
I know. I was hoping I had mine on hand, but
It was inside the handy dandy tote bag.
the lo-fi tote bag.
Yeah.
That should be your next album, Lo-Fi Tote.
I'm trying. Just a very self-referential merch.
Yeah.
Very meta. Very meta.
Well, I'm trying to move away from the lo-fi lane. I feel like I've explored that. I got it out of my system, and I'll just use it as like a spice in my spice rack.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like the
I like
stuff I've been
that.
working on lately is like a little higher tempo, a lot more like change ups and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyone who will come to the rescheduled Stereo Dreams will see just what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And if the rap gods allow it, we may do a couple other big Hellhound crew shows too. From us doing this one, we had a couple offers come our way that trying to see if they'll work out.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, so my buddy Scott, I don't know if this link is gonna work for anybody to
goodness.
see. Probably not. Yeah. But
That's a big
our buddy Scott is he's a big participant in the Special Olympics, and so he has an opportunity to go to Europe, I believe it is. And he's,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
What's up?
he's like he's raising money for that, so that's what he was asking about in the comments. So I just wanted to drop that there. That if you're friends with him on Facebook, or if you are down to support the cause, reach out to him, and he'll make sure you get the link to help him go represent and go get to do some really really cool shit.
Oh, that's amazing. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I hope he gets it. That's awesome.
Right. Are you guys all on your phones right now?
Say that again?
Are you guys all on mobile devices right now?
Correct. Yes, me. At least I can say I am. It looks like y'all are too.
No, I'm on my computer.
Explains the orientation.
As I wonder, does that help?
Yeah. Oh, it does.
I almost did
Damn,
that.
son.
And I was like, my roommate
There we
looks
go.
that great, so it's probably better.
Trip, you're a genius.
Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, well played. Oh man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was considering doing that, but I didn't want my shit to just go sideways for no reason while y'all were talking. But now that we're pointing at it, good job.
No, I was gonna fucking if you guys were on a computer like me, like I just was on my phone sharing it because I just realized that like it's going to all the Hellhound accounts, so I just shared it to all my Cody Pope accounts because I can use my phone while we're on the thing. But if you guys switch off your phone, you'll probably get kicked out of the fucking thing. So
Yeah, I don't want to do that then.
never mind that. Nevertheless, though, man, well, we could trial run. We can do this all the time now because I fucking
No, this works really well.
Yeah, I like this a lot, man.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
If you add the link to the bottom too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's like a lot of other features that I like didn't get to figure out how to do yet, but we can there's definitely things that we can do where it's like we can have stuff pop up on the screen, and we can do like pre-recorded stuff and use it as like a studio and then put it out later. So I don't even know. Maybe this is like a new way of doing certain episodes of Drum Machine Vibes or something like that. If anybody is tuned in or is catching this after the fact that isn't wholly aware of some of the stuff we have going on, Drum Machine Vibes. Oh hell yeah, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Let me pop that up here real quick. Ryan said, "I'm loving this. I hope it becomes a new thing."
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I want to do this too. It's like a really cool way of letting people know some of the stuff that we have going on. it's so hard to kind of get the word out there to people. So this is like, if we start doing this more regularly, um, hopefully this will kind of help us build our audience. But one of the things I wanted to let people know that are tuned in is obviously because our label has a lot of incredible producers on it, and we put out a lot of instrumental music. We have a show, and it's also a live show series that we do as well. But we have a podcast called Drum Machine Vibes that you can check out on our YouTube channel, the Hellhound Publishing YouTube channel. Seasons 1, and I think we have one episode in season 2 so far, if I believe correctly.
Yep.
And those are hosted by Even Though and Byron G, who is not here right now, but the two of them host the show, and it's just dedicated to producer tips and tricks, producer influences, comparisons between DAWs and workstations, gear versus in the box, talking to different producers that come around. It's just really kind of like a producer lifestyle show. Evan, I'll let you kind of talk a little more about it too.
Yeah. So Tripsy was actually one of the guests on one of the episodes. That was a grand old time chatting with him, and we still got to get Bizza on one, probably the next episode, to be real.
Yeah, keep me posted. I'll try to make sure I can get my time set aside so I can do that.
Word. Yeah. So traditionally we were filming it beforehand, editing it, putting in ads for Hellhound stuff. But if we choose to go on with this format, which is pretty cool, maybe we could try something new with that. It'd be rad.
Be rad?
Yeah.
That would be rad, yeah.
I want to send a big shout out to Ryan. Once again, appreciate the comments. Like I tell him all the time, comments are currency. In terms of how we create engagement, of how we can show these different platforms that people like the content that we're doing. I tell my friends all the time that comments are the thing. Like and always supporting us. Most of you guys know that I had a record label that I started when I was younger before Hellhound, and I did that record label for about 8 years. And Ryan pretty much had every record I ever put out, every piece of merch I ever put out, came to any show that was within his living radius that he could get to. And now, all these years later, into Hellhound Publishing, he's still here, still supporting, still engaging to get the word out there. And so when you have people like that in your community that want to see you make the mission happen, I just think it's really imperative to show gratitude to those people, because they're few and far between. A lot of people will become fans as things get more and more successful, and that's just the way it happens, and so you can't be mad at that. But I think it's important to just make sure that the people that have been down in the dirt know that they were part of your growth. And because Hellhound is a label, and because of how much he loves the label, he really plays a big part in contributing to all of our artists' growth. And so we're super.
Oh yeah!
So thank you, man.
Yeah, man, you're fucking man.
So Bizza, what do you have? So we have a release that has been on the schedule for a while. That is long overdue, and that's
absolutely
on behalf of the label. But Bizza has an album that he put out. Is a phenomenal body of work. It's called Bobby's Boom Bap Recital, and the reason we say that it's already out is because when it was ready to go, he released it through Bandcamp and like private streaming and things like that. And so you can go out there and hear it already, and you can support it digitally. But as somebody who procures music of this capacity, I had always been gassing him up about needing the CD copy. And so eventually we just figured that that would be the first thing that we get out through the label. And he's such a prolific creator when it comes to his capacity to put things out that he's continued to have great releases come out, both 8-Biza releases, and he also releases music for Ocho Phono as well. And all of that comes out through his 8 Makes Great Music. And so he's he's done both of these things side by side now for years. And so it kind of makes sense that if he was going to allow us to put out one of these records, that we got to go above just what any of us could do by ourselves. So we're really been designing some cool CD packaging, and we're trying to figure out how to get some of the artists involved. There's a lot of incredible features on the record, and so trying to figure out how to get some of them involved in like a one-time live performance kind of thing. So that's something you guys can definitely expect hopefully this year. It's taken some time, admittedly, but it's one of those things that just putting out a CD, like we could have put it on CD and had it for sale, and like it would be there, but our intention is to really create an event and create something really special around it. Big shout out to Ryan here again. But yeah, so if you want to hear Bobby's Boom Bap recital, you can hear that at 8-bizza.bandcamp.com, 8-bizza.com. But if you want to save yourself the surprise of hearing it on compact disc for the very first time, stay tuned to hellhoundpublishing.com and make sure you sign up for the mailing list so that you're one of the first people to know as soon as that's available. It's got features from well, Bizzle, let me let you talk about it a bit, and then we can go into some of your new music as well.
I'll do my best. I know I'm pretty soft spoken when it comes to a lot of my projects. I would honestly consider this to be like my magnum opus, because this was like my baby for like such a long time. It took me about 3 years to accumulate all the features, and because it's all money, red tape and whatnot. But I took the time. I wanted to make sure that it was a solid project, and by the time I'd actually got it done, I knew that I wasn't, going to be able to do all this stuff on my own either. I wanted to make sure that like I had something for the label to like actually put out that would be quality work. You know what I mean? So I'm really blessed to be able to like actually present this in the way it's intended to be presented as well. Especially with all the time that I accumulated all these sounds and these ideas, and it's been difficult to really express like what I wanted to convey by myself. So I wanted to make sure I had like a roster that could do that properly for me as well. So
yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to be on there as well, but other than that, there really is some fascinating artists on there. I don't want to necessarily spoil the whole lineup, but for anybody that has heard it or will listen to it, there's obviously verses from Acrobatic, verses from Mr. Lip, verses from Time from Time and Lep, verses from Prince Poe, verses from Crime Apple, some really phenomenal names.
got it. Yeah, man, it's
really special curation there. I'm really excited for the world to hear that one. So like we were saying though, you are a very like prolific creator, and you constantly are releasing things, not only in conjunction with Hellhound, but also independently through 8 Makes Great Music. What is some of the stuff that you have in the pipeline right now?
So there's a myriad of Ocho Phono albums that I have in the works that I'm gonna obviously focus more on 8-Biza stuff here because it's Hellhound related. I'm actually in the process of finishing up the follow-up to a project I had in 2020 called Bitter. It's in the same line, but it's a little bit more like in depth because like especially with the way of the world, everything's gotten really negative, and just kind of like a lot of the things that peeve me, and It's in another frame of like a Bobby's Boom Bap recital because it has multiple artists on it as well. I actually have I will spoil this one because this one has been in the cusp for a while. I actually have an Aldovino feature on there, so I'm
Okay,
looking forward
that'll
to
be
finally dropping that.
here.
Yeah, that one took a while, admittedly. Like there was a lot of red tape that got involved with that as well. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
and that's definitely sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's definitely somebody that like not everybody could make beats for either. You know what I mean?
right,
So
and
like,
that was another
uh,
thing is like trying to get the right one. It's like I make a lot of variant stuff, and admittedly sometimes like it might be a little bit too off kilter for people. So I try to like find the balance and find where it might work and what might be more like along the lines of like just a beat, for like a beat tape, you know.
yeah,
So but this one I really feel like it's it took me a couple years in and of itself, especially with not to be too grim, but losing my father like this past September, that really kind of like put the brakes on things for a bit. So it made me kind of like have to kind of calibrate my engine and get myself back together to get moving. But I think I'm finally like back on that path where I'm like the engines are all systems go again. So I've been just cranking away at this project for like the past few months after like letting it sit for a bit, and it's seeming like it's a lot stronger now that I like had to had a chance to like kind of like stew over it for a bit and like hear what the imperfections or what needs to like go, what can stay, and I think once it drops, I'll be people will be having some things to say about it. So
yeah. And that's one of those things. You know me, dude. Like, I'm a big advocate for like leave it in the oven, and if it's still good down the line, then you know you made a good product. You know what I mean? Like, especially
sure,
as like as songwriters, both like producers and like vocalists. It's like if you write something today, that shit should hopefully still have some sort of sentiment or some sort of meaning if you pull it out of the vault in 5 or 10 years or whatever. And
sure,
obviously we don't hold on to shit that long, but the fact that you're like making enough stuff that you can let the things that need to cook as they do is I think that's going to be really cathartic when that comes out. I know that you've like put a lot of heart into a bunch of those joints. I know you should
definitely, and there's
before
yeah.
we moved to the new HQ.
And especially like there's a few with the Ocho Phono stuff. I dropped a few Ocho Phono songs on there as well, and some of them are pretty personal. So I wanted to make sure that they saw like the light in the right format. So they seem like they fit with this project. I will throw one little secret out there is there's a remix to He's Gonna Puke on this one from my man Berserk.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to Berserk from Il Supreme and Supreme Corps Records.
yeah, shout out to
And
especially shout out to him for giving me the blessing because that was like one of my favorite tracks he dropped. So I wanted to make sure that I could get that, and it fit well with the project too. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to put that in with everybody else. So
yeah, that's really cool. We don't see that really happen like on that same like on a more communal kind of sphere. Like we don't see
sure,
each other rapping on each other's beats the way that like we would rap over industry beats back in the day and shit. So that's kind of cool that you guys did like a trade off of that kind of capacity to like take a song that he did and like and switch it up and put your
exactly.
spice on it. I think that's going to be really cool. Um, oh, Bizza, Josh on our big shout out to Josh, man. Much love. Josh is another big, great homie, big supporter of the Hellhound movement.
Peace,
Josh
Josh.
said Josh, he said drop the link to the album in the chat, fam. I want to give it a listen. Um, so make sure if you actually I'll drop it in here because I got it open. Is it on your? It's on your Bandcamp.
Talking about Bobby's Boom Bap recital or which you talking about?
Um,
I haven't dropped
so,
Reflux yet. No, that's like it's just
oh,
about. But
so
I'm
maybe yeah.
actually I'm gonna probably drop a couple singles soon, just to like actually kind of get the momentum up for it.
I gotta remember to check the IG feed a little better. Keep forgetting that those comments don't pop up over here. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Like I said, this is we're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook, and we're live on YouTube. So appreciate everybody that has tapped in with us.
And I said it before. I said it before. The show isn't canceled. It's just been postponed. So
that's right.
Thank you all for tuning in right now. But
Yeah,
teaser.
Portland, Maine. We will absolutely make it up to you. Not only would it be our privilege, but it'll be our honor as well.
I love this venue. They have.
And remember, I still haven't been there yet, so I'm really looking forward to it now.
Man, yeah, I love this place, dude. I think it's super fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
I've been lucky to play a lot of places in Portland, and this place is definitely like one of the more interesting spaces and one of the more conducive to the performance.
Hey, do any of y'all mind if I go dark and hit the bong real quick?
I've been just popping to the side when I got to do that. My dude.
Yeah, I got a delivery earlier. I just took it on. Damn.
All right. I'll still be on mic and
lights?
stuff.
Oh, no. Yeah.
At least,
that would be funny.
At least anybody knows that if they tune in, that's what that means.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the new code for going dark.
Yeah.
Going dark. Oh man.
So Pope, I got a question for you though. Did you want to still do that track that we have together when we do the rescheduled Stereo Dream show?
Yeah, especially depending on the scheduled date, but I don't think it's going to be out of style. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because I don't know if we were just going to go on the first Wednesday of next month or sometime later this month, but still got to rehearse it or whatever, right?
Yeah. Is Ryan and Josh, if you guys are still in this feed right now, drop a comment and let me know that you're still here.
It's alive.
I was gonna drop a little fucking
Well, that'll be ready. You'll have a song with something with business, something with even though. You got to send me what's from either Meet Me in Gate City or like Pound of Flesh or and just send me what's like a favorite. I want to do a remix for you.
You should send me something. Send me something to.
Or do you just want something new to rap over?
Yeah. You getting hit with all the real questions right now, my dude.
Oh. Yo, Pope, you muted yourself.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
There we go. You're back.
I don't know why my headphones just like shut off randomly. I didn't think they were dead, but what was the last thing you said? Oh, I was just to rap on.
Yeah, you just want something new? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I make rap music at a pretty fast rate of speed. You know what I'm saying? All right, Josh is still here, so
also needs something too trippy.
I'm gonna show him. When Evan comes back. So me and Evan put a project together. We're still kind of putting we're still working out the kinks, but we have like a multi-track EP that is a part of this really cool theme, and we have a bunch of songs, and we're just kind of figuring out which ones are the best. So I'm gonna, because this is supposed to be a special thing, I'm gonna spit this a cappella on this stream for Josh and for Ryan and for anybody else that may end up tuning in. I would play the beat behind it, but it's gonna sound like caca through the fucking microphone.
Ironic that it's called Part of the Beat. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, let's hear it a cappella.
So yeah, so this is the song that me and Evan were gonna do tonight during his set. That if you're on our Patreon, patreon.com/Hellhound Publishing, you can join our Patreon for $1 a month, and patrons get early access to all of our releases and a lot of exclusives, ad-free podcasts, all sorts of shit. And so one of the bonus things that they got is they have like an early demo version of Part of the Beat that Byron recorded, mixed, and mastered, and that Evan produced, and I rapped on. So join our Patreon and hear the real version. But this is that song that we were gonna do. It goes, all this money that I don't have don't make me shit. All the love in the world wouldn't make me rich. So I flip quips on my lips for a dip. Bit some hips, never understood how quick you could hit a lick. Negative this in my negative that. Don't forgive me shit, bank account never fat. Part of the beat is the price of the bass slap. Take a fool from me, be a way to get your face slapped. Take that, take a whole lot more. Got many a lesson, got a lot in store. I don't need sympathy, I need identity. One I can steal for the cash without penalty. Hate talking money, but it brings me down. Like riding a cloud that come crash to the ground. Hate talking cash, but it brings me sound. Sound sleep, pounds of weed in a belly that's frown. Keep feet to the street and my eyes to the mound. Keep ears to the beat, let my wise thoughts aloud. Part of the beat, that's my daily survival. How do I eat if I need to survive, yo? How do I sleep with so much on my mind, yo? When do I not gotta be on my grind, though? Part of the beat, that's my daily survival. How do I eat if I need to survive, yo? How do I sleep if I need on my mind, yo? Why do I not gotta be on my grind? When I'm not punching clocks or holes up in the wall, I'm throwing my phone and not taking no calls. I need peace, so I rap for release. Actually, cause my action's a beast. Part of the system that is my own being. I hit hard when I hit them. That rhythm's my breathing. I don't care how everybody ain't competing. Maybe you not in pain. Never days without eating, days without sleeping, even days without dreaming. Wrote that back when, like a couple of the seasons, in the midst of the shit that I gave for most reasons. Have I gotten out of fuck? I'm the realest of heathens. Always been, always being. What I say, I mean it. Don't act for tracks. Who I am's my demeanor. Dictionary is scary and not true to your word. Even solo on my crew, all alone, you a bird. Part of the beat, that's my daily survival. How do I eat if I need to survive, yo? How do I sleep with so much on my mind, yo? What do I not gotta be on my grind? Part of the beat, that's my daily survival. How do I eat if I need to survive? How do I sleep with so much on my mind, yo? What do I not gotta be on my grind? Staring at a wall, writing with my eyes, glares from a hall like I'm fighting these guys. Scared of the fall, I could take in my mind. Can't trip now, more scared how I'm defined. Can't find the time to relax, shit in silence. Gotta have the phone every minute, ain't mine. Wanna talk, baby, right now is bad timing. I'm Clips and Thrasher, gotta stay grinded. Always on time or as early as possible. Out of my mind, yet somehow logical. They call it dreaming, I call it plausible. Coaching the quarterback, I'll call the audibles. I took some other pills, now I don't call for them. I pop a great, maybe one would say awesome, man. I find the strength in myself, I'm like Tarzan. Thought it was dope, but my rhymes help like Narcan. Preach.
Damn.
So make sure you hit up that patreon.com/Hellhound Publishing. $1 a month is all it takes. That $1 tier is not going to be there forever, so get it in while you can. That directly supports the movement. We got a HQ that we got to make sure that we pay rent and pay bills at every month. These records cost money. The website costs money. So every little bit of support goes a long way. Patreon.com, $1 a month. Hellhoundpublishing.com. You can buy plenty of stuff. One thing that's really cool that I've been noticing lately is we've been getting an influx of people buying Long Live Physical Media stickers.
Oh,
hell yeah.
I have no idea where these people come from. I have no idea how they found us. And that's the one item that they want to buy. But it's happened like a handful of times now to the point that I've had to like re-up on that sticker. And so it's really cool that people are like really excited about proclaiming their like affinity for their music collections and their media and stuff like that.
Word.
You know, we're seeing this shit with like the streaming platforms now where like people's favorite movies or their favorite TV shows are just like getting pulled off streaming overnight and shit. Like, bro, like, you know,
I was just saying that the other day about Community. They took it off Netflix. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy all those DVDs. You know?
Exactly,
go,
bro.
man.
Have it so that when you want it, you can have it.
Yeah.
Similar vein, right? Like I'm a huge nerd. I'm a big gamer. But Blizzard, one of the biggest game companies, just announced that they're moving away. It's like no one's going to own their games anymore. And it's all going to be like cloud-based, like streaming. You just subscribe. No. Like that's, you know, same shit. It's all about like who owns what. And I don't like that.
Exactly.
Me
Like,
is the way.
if I have a game, I should fucking own the game and be able to play it when I want. You shouldn't be able to take it off the streamer. Like, I paid for it. Fuck you.
Especially if they're fucking $70 now. Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. And like, so you guys know that I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. I love Jay and Silent Bob and shit. Dude, try finding Dogma anywhere.
I was gonna say that, man.
No, it's
You gotta find-
so
like, your
Sarah and
book is
I,
found on
me and my
YouTube.
girlfriend, we tried to watch it the other day. We had to find it. It's on YouTube for free. Someone uploaded it on YouTube. We were able to find it there. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, it's not on like not on the Xbox store, not on all that shit.
Commitment to the bit.
Oh my god, no! I remembered. Oh fuck, Dogma. Such a good movie.
Shit, too. Right back.
Let's all go watch Dogma.
Oh yeah, here, shit. Let's watch Dogma.
That is a great flick.
That wasn't what I was doing, but work. I actually fucking don't have a copy of that shit, and I'm pissed.
If you get it, it's rare, dude. If you like, it shouldn't be like expensive because they made so many of them, but they're just not like easy to find. So if you find one, just grab it, dude.
Yeah.
I've had this one for fucking ever now. Because I was, believe it or not, I was like a late bloomer to Blu-ray and 4K.
I'm still not even on that shit.
Yo, long live physical media. That's the motto, baby. Like, yo, that physical media is the reason that Hellhound is still standing today. You know, like we've done certain records that did really well for us, and those records allowed us to take risks on other records that we could take our time building up an audience for. And certain records we could do big runs of, and certain runs we've done small runs of. But dude, I love this. You stuff can fall out the sky, you know.
I mean, that is true. That is true.
Dude, you know what's crazy? And I don't want to get into it too much because that could devolve into a whole thing. But yo, Kanye sampled that line on him and Ty Dolla $ign's new album. They straight up used that as the chorus in one of their songs.
Yeah. Is that from Dogma? Is that why we were mentioning it? Okay.
Yeah. Because have you seen Dogma?
I have, but only the TV.
The 13th
version.
Apostle, Rufus.
Oh man. I think I wonder. It said something about we were gonna get kicked off Instagram after an hour, but it still shows up over here. But hard to tell.
Almost an hour 4 right now.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I need to go dark.
It happens.
I need to go.
Pope, how'd you hear about this StreamYard?
Honestly, I think it was like an ad that came up.
Word.
But I'm digging it.
Yeah. It's the technology that like all the villains in whatever show would have, like they're on every TV in America or whatever, like or more like Wolf from The Office, where it's like you get a page, you get a fucking fax, a call, a text all at the same time.
Right.
Way to go, StreamYard.
You get a woof.
Yeah. No, I'm liking this, dude. I definitely think that we'll.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll use this again. This is awesome.
Right.
Pope, did this like cost anything, or was this?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, but
Yeah.
not much.
really good. Yeah.
We used to have like social media scheduling software and shit like that, but we got to a point where we weren't really using it, so now we're kind of like offset it with shit like this.
Oh hell yeah.
Word.
Especially if we do more with it, because obviously I've been saying that I really want to be more proactive on YouTube, and really I think YouTube is like going to be a really great way for us to find audience for our music, all of us, like independently and as a label. And so by this thing being able to reach all these different platforms at once, I think it's going to be really cool. Really looking forward to trying out a couple different things. Anybody that rocks with us on YouTube, I just put out a show version of Long Live Physical Media, since we're talking about it. It's like a little, I think it's like a 7 or 8 minute episode, but I went to Bull Moose recently with Nicolette, and we picked up a bunch of like CDs and books and movies.
No, I watched that. That was in
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, I like that shit,
in,
man. That was dope.
Salem, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That place looked fucking awesome.
Oh god, I love that place, dude. It's like it's got one of the biggest selections of music like around, I think.
I think all of us producers, we need to go basically just do rhythm roulette at one of these
I'm with
places
it. I'm with
and make
it.
a video for it.
That would
I'm
be
with it.
awesome.
I love that series. Of
That
course,
should be like
yes.
a Drum Machine Vibes like sub show. Oh, we lost Bizza.
Oh, he's back.
Did you?
He's
Did
He's
you
back,
lose
but
me?
he's changed spots.
Yeah, you're over
That
there.
was weird. Why did that happen?
You lost your spot.
Cody, you're there.
That was weird.
You're over here now.
The continuity.
I'm over here now. You remember
Yeah.
Mother Goose?
Rhythm
I
roulette would be a
fucked up.
dope idea. That'd be sick.
I like that. That would be really fun.
Well, if we could all meet up on the same day, we all go to a record store, pick a record, and then beatery ensues.
3
Yeah.
records.
Beatery.
Isn't it 3 records.
That record a good beating.
We're like way more capable now of doing shit like that.
Yeah.
One thing is like obviously Evan was doing a lot of the well, we have 2 Evans, so I mean this one.
That one.
But Evan was doing a lot of our video and like digital content stuff for a while, and it's just like a lot for one person. So luckily, Byron has started getting really comfortable behind the camera, and through my I do some like marketing shit as my day job, and so I've gotten really comfortable like starting to like edit short videos and film shit with my phone and whatnot. So like with all of us kind of having the capacity to capture shit, doing shit like a rhythm roulette and like different things are like way more in the realm of reality now than it felt like this time last year.
No,
Yep. I dig the idea. Like Trip, I think in the series they are like what, blindfolded or some shit. That's the whole roulette of it all.
yeah.
What if we did some shit that was similar where we weren't blindfolded,
Ready?
and he's got the blindfold ready to go.
Yeah.
But if we weren't blindfolded, we all just picked something, 1 or 2 each, and then like we didn't know who of the 3 or 4 of us is gonna get that album.
Oh yeah, and then we.
That's actually, yeah.
Oh, it's like
And we sample all CDs.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do it. You can do it.
But
No,
that way you're like picking with a different mindset, you know?
You have like six to pick from, and then we like randomize those. Hell yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Especially if we get Byron in on it too.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be real cool.
Man.
I mean,
I'm all overdue for a sample roulette, man. Like an actual, like on like camera, like not my girl picking records for me to flip, which is awesome in and of itself. I gotta say, I recommend that. Yo, any
After we just talked about not
got girlfriends, y'all gotta like have them. Do
yeah, right.
Type thing, and like pick some samples for you to flip because it makes you like sharp, you know.
Yeah.
Making some dope shit.
Yeah, for sure. We'd have to do a disclaimer though. Be like, all the samples in here are just for promotional use. We don't own any of the rights.
Okay.
Well, I don't even think. I think if I remember correctly, they didn't even play like the full beat. They would just play like a snippet of whatever the producer made. So we could always do something where it's like we play a snippet of what you make, but then they got to go to Patreon or something like that to hear like the full version, where it's like
Word.
not so scary.
Yeah.
Well, the good news on my end is like I have to record my shit super fast to sample into mine. So like if they have to, they'd have to like slow the fucking video down super slow to get what it was anyway. So I might be okay.
True.
Yeah.
Shout out to trying to see who it is. We got a couple people on YouTube and somebody on Facebook. So once again, big shout out to
Ooh,
everybody.
all samples.
Shit.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we should have a like a private channel meeting about the details on that, and you know, what the pre-production and post-production would look like on that.
Word.
That would be really dope.
Oh yeah.
Trying to find something real quick.
He's going to find another Kevin Smith DVD.
Probably.
I don't know.
That reminds me of something Jay and Silent Bob said. Let me get the DVD.
Yeah, let me go get.
Chasing Amy 3. I
Chasing-
didn't even know that came out.
Which one? What?
Chasing Amy 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Gonna go grab Mallrats. Gonna grab Yoga Hosers. That's a deep cut.
Right.
Perhaps.
Yo, don't test me, dude. I'll start busting out joints.
That's good.
Bust them out, I'll smoke them. What that?
Just you got to go dark first, Bizza. That's all.
Yeah, gotta go
Oh
dark.
yeah. So this. I mean, I'm already dark.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Dark
Fair enough.
timeline.
I was hoping he was gonna jump in the chat with us so that I could tell him, but
Who? Kevin Smith?
no. Our boy Nico.
Oh,
I am very proud to say that Solstitial
whoa.
is officially sold out.
What's it called? Shapeshifter?
Shapeshifter.
He said Solstitial.
It's solstitial.
I was so focused on saying that right.
That's fire, bro.
But that's great news.
Big
Shifter.
shouts to Neek for that.
But,
That's a fire project.
Shapeshifter.
Fire
We
project.
did a limited CD run, and it just sold out recently. So that is really cool. I'm very proud of him. If you want to still listen to it, you can still hear the digital. It's exclusive to hellhoundpublishing.com. Just head there, go to music, and you'll see it on Neek's page. It's a really dope sample-based project. I like to compare it to like a DJ Shadow almost in terms of how he manipulates samples and stuff like that. So
100.
he watched a lot of people put out records, and he saw how everybody moved, and he like really put in a lot of effort to reach out to people. And we shipped copies of that record not only to Canada, obviously, but to like all sorts of parts of the United States too. So yeah, really proud of him. I'm excited for people to continue listening to this, and hopefully we'll get him involved in some exciting stuff soon. It's funny because I hear from his mom every so often, and she's like showed me some really dope venues out there that would be like perfect for us, and she's always like saying that we should get out there. And so I'm like, well, we just gotta, make sure everybody has passports and book flights. It's like, it's not totally out of the realm, Hello. What's up, player? Ghost has entered the chat.
What up, dogs?
Here, my little guy was in here earlier, but he fucked off now, you little bastard.
And I saw him peeking his little head in there. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shoot.
Come here, Lucia.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh.
Trip's gone. Lost the
Oh,
spot.
now we're moving over here now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It's like musical chairs or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Everybody secure.
I was like, yeah, that's like it's like candy. Shit.
I wonder if it's the weather that's like knocking
I'm
shit
sure
out.
it don't help.
It might be. Oh, but yeah, it's a bummer that the show got postponed, but this just means we'll be doing an even better one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we just prepare. We just
Yeah.
prepare for tighter for this next one.
Yeah, that's another thing that we should discuss at a later point. The because Trip, Bizza, and I had like come up with a format that if we
Timer,
stuck,
gotta go dark.
yeah, if we stuck with that format but like expanded it for the longer set times, that would be dope. Like incorporating part round robin, part solo sets.
Yeah. That would be cool. I dig that.
Yeah. Because like essentially I just plucked 2 beats from my set and put them for the round robin or whatever. So it shortened the solo shit and Trip, you got more time to work on that new beat too.
Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. I can make it even grander. More new beats.
And you got time to send me a beat.
Exactly.
There you are.
Exactly. Careful what you wish for. No,
Yeah.
it'll be a good one. It'll be fun. Hell yeah.
He said Bizza had to go fight off his comic book rival.
No, yeah, they put up the bat signal, the business signal. Just a big heat.
Yeah.
You had to go fight some crime real quick.
Whoop.
Yeah, whoop.
Do you guys normally have Wednesday nights free, or was this just because of the show?
I mean, at 8:00, yeah, I would be free regardless.
Okay.
I could probably do I could do like 8:00, but this was for the show kind of. But I do the schedule, so I can work around things usually with enough.
Yeah, we'll have to see what everybody says, because we can have up to 10 people in this fucking chat, believe it or not.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we wanted to do this, weekly or bi-weekly or something like that, we could have everybody on here and do some cool shit.
No, hell yeah.
Did Evan go dark, or did we lose him?
Evan
Oh.
Park.
Well,
Oh, you're back.
I guess when you scroll off the page, it goes dark.
Oh, it was like black, and that was
That's
very
weird.
cinematic wipe that brought you back.
Interesting.
It sort of just like faded in, like.
Very majestic. All right, hold on. Drum machine vibes it up real quick.
Oh, Cody went dark.
Drum machine vibes it up. So, Trip, tell me about your history of drumming.
My
you still
history.
drum today, to this day?
Oh, constantly. I'm always tapping everything. I still have some sticks. I haven't played a kit in far too long, but I still definitely relentlessly tap out rudiments and drum along to songs. But my start of drumming is kind of an interesting one. Not really. I was at we were picking music, like it was a music class in school, and you got to like pick a instrument that you wanted to learn, and I wanted to be unique, and I was thinking like, hey, everyone plays guitar and saxophone. I want to play drum set.
There you go.
and I think there was like one other kid that joined the drum program
Wow.
too. I think
Huh.
this was like middle school too, so we had like
Really?
like a private teacher. Luckily, there was one there that could teach drums. But yeah, that's how it started, and then I don't know. It's always fun to
Yeah.
it's you relieve a lot of aggression and tension. Just
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
things, and it's like kind of like dancing, exercise.
Yeah.
Drums
I
are
mean, the
drums are fun.
multitasking of it is insane. So,
Hmm.
like the footwork, the keeping like a physical, like coordination among all the things and the set. It's admirable, especially the double foot pedals and stuff.
Oh, when that shit gets crazy,
Yeah.
I can never keep that going steady. I need to practice more.
Like not even a double kick, just having like an open hat on a pedal and the
Yeah.
kick, you know.
Oh yeah.
I've never even tried. I've never even attempted a full drum set. Just like I was in drum line in school. Were you ever in a drum line?
Not exactly a drum line, but I was in a batucada, like a Brazilian samba sort of drum line type thing.
Oh shit.
So it's it's essentially a drum line, but it's like you're just doing like kind of different rhythms. So like the music that they play at like Carnival or Mardi Gras,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
it'd be like that sort of stuff. So
Huh.
someone will have like a giant drum doing like boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom. And like, a bunch of people will have like snare drums doing like going crazy, and then tambourines and shit. It's a lot of fun.
What part did you do?
I wish it was that cool.
We
man.
like
Sorry.
it was sort of like a class, so like we moved around and did different things. The snare drum was kind of like the lead, but I love doing the big bass drums. You just kind of like you can dance with it. Just boom, chicka, boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Damn.
It was crazy.
That does sound wild, man. Much more fun than what I was doing, which was just mild flams and fucking hitting the next person's stick or whatever. Just like
Oh no, hell yeah.
And sometimes I would get stuck with the cymbals too, so you don't want to be that guy. Like, we need you every 16 bars. All right.
Okay.
You missed your cue. All right. Shit.
You had one job.
Right. Busy. You ever do drums in school?
Not in school. No, is that what we're on now? We're talking about instruments and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
All right, but yeah. Now my apologies. I had to go. Something stupid happened with the cable. I had to go fix it real quick. So I had to go silent for a second. So I wasn't sure how much I missed. But yeah, I didn't in school. I actually talking about drums. I actually ended up kind of teaching myself because for a brief time when we were at the old lab, I had acquired my cousin's drum set for like probably a few years and kind of like self-taught myself for a bit. So
Word.
not like super awesome at it, but it's like I can keep a beat. So
Did you record any of it for any of your own use?
I did actually. I got individual sounds that I try to like sound engineer a little bit. So
Hell
I
yeah.
dip into them from time to time when I'm creating stuff, especially more lately now that I have the ability to like have them on hand when I'm creating a new sampler.
Yeah,
'Cause I can just keep everything right on there. So
absolutely. I mean, if I had a drum set, I would probably do the same shit. Just, make one-off samples with it.
yeah, man, and especially with because I had the 404, so I took that and I did like all like the EQing and adding effects to it and whatnot. So some of them are a little dust to them and whatnot, and
Hell
it
yeah.
just it added more character at the end of the day.
Yeah. There's some pretty crazy stuff online, on TikTok or wherever, where it's drummers that have a unorthodox rig where
No, I was thinking the same thing. I've seen this guy on Instagram. It'll
Cowboy?
be like he puts a
Cowboy
bowl
drummer?
of Legos on his snare drum and he like swishes it around with a violin.
Oh,
and then he like slaps
something,
slaps a bottle of water.
Art
Yeah.
Dubois, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's dope. That guy's
It's
dope.
so-
I saw
it's
he had
so
he had
cool.
a sample pack. I was actually considering checking it out.
Damn.
That guy's the shit.
Yeah. Then there's people who have like a whole like Iron Man suit drum set that's made of trash, you know, and like
Yeah, man.
a
No,
drill with a chain on it that like slaps in rhythm
it's
against his
inspiring.
metal leg. It's
inspiring,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
I actually saw. I was looking. I don't know if it was something that was like just because I happened to look at some drum videos or something, but I saw these like real like unorthodox like kick drums. They like aren't like full on, but they still do like what you need them to do and shit, and they sound pretty fucking dope. So I'm like, shoot, maybe I build a kit myself. You know,
There you go.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Pope? You ever do any drumming?
Yeah,
Drum set?
one of the
I
masters.
know,
Of it, man.
I know that you were in a band and did guitar and singing. I just didn't know if you did it all.
I wouldn't say I do it all, but I have recorded drums for a number of like the recordings that I was on.
Sick.
So it's interesting. I always wanted to be a guitar player, but my first introduction into playing music was playing drums in like in elementary school. I don't know if you guys had this where you went, but we had like a music program where you would like rent an instrument for like the semester or whatever.
Yep.
And so I got like a snare drum, like a marching band snare. And that's how I learned to like just do shit on that. And in junior high, I like did band and played drums in the band, but it didn't really work out because my grades sucked. So it was like one of those things where like after 7th grade, I couldn't get into 8th grade band because of my grades, so I just stopped pursuing it. And then fast forward to when I was a sophomore in high school, my buddy played in bands, and he had like a whole jam space where his band practiced, and I used to go to there. I used to like we would like cut school and fucking walk to his house, and like I would watch his band practice and just hang out and shit. And they needed a guitar player, and I was like, I don't know how to play guitar. Like I always wanted to, but couldn't fucking. I can hold it and look cool. And he was like, dude, he's like, once I show you power chords, you're good, bro. This motherfucker literally sat down and like showed me all the band's songs on guitar, and I ended up having like guitar as one of my classes in school, and I just basically like leveled with the teacher and was like, yo, like I play in a band, so like there was like little practice rooms that we would like break off into and like work on the rudiments and shit, and I'd just be in there playing these fucking power chords, 6 power chord fucking breakdown songs, and then as long as I like had a C or above, this dude didn't care, and
Love it.
that really like parlayed me into like playing music more outright. But I definitely attribute some of those early years to like my interest in playing music. But it was definitely like I played drums, but guitar is what set me off to even be like a better drummer because I just was around drums more. Like we had drums at our jam space, so I could actually play the drums that I knew and then apply it to a whole kit and start like doing the shit that I could just like tap out and do. So then as time went on, like in all the bands that I played in, like a lot of times, not a lot of times, but I would say probably 2 or 3 times that I can think of at least. I basically like wrote an EP or a demo's worth of songs, and I would go to a studio and like play all the instruments that I could play and like do the vocals. But then like because I wasn't a good guitar player, I'd bring in a better guitar player and have them just like do the fucking solos and shit over it. And I would put those demos out and like build bands. Like I'd show people those songs, and then people would be like, "Oh, well, that's sick. I'll come play bass, or I'll come play drums, or whatever." And that was like that on a number of occasions is how I got to like pursue having a musical following, was because I just took the initiative to like play all the fucking instruments on the song and like figure out how to compose something cohesive. But my, I guess my regret, if I had to say, is that like I'm one of those classic people that I'm like, I'm okay at a bunch of stuff instead of being like an incredible guitar player or an incredible drummer or an incredible bassist. I'm just like mildly proficient at each thing. And that's one thing that I definitely encourage people to get better at. Big shout out to Bill Fee the Evolution,
Hey, what up, Fee dog?
coming in through Facebook. Yo,
What
Fee,
up, Fee?
He is a nasty drummer too, actually. Speaking of that, make sure if you guys are on streaming platforms, make sure you check out Fee the Evolutionist across all streaming platforms. Fee is an awesome MC, Gate City hip hop representative, and all around veteran artist. Yo, my man fucking Ryan said All Cops Are Bastards was such a great album, dude. So he's talking about I was in a band called Fugitives and Refugees, and that was one of the albums that I basically like. I did everything besides like the lead guitar and some of the actually no, that's pretty much it. Like there was like one song I didn't drum on. And we ended up putting together this really cool like experimental punk kind of like I don't know how you would describe it, but it was very punk heavy, and we played a lot of punk shows. And that was like the kind of, I did two bands at the same time in like the 2008-2009 period, and that was the like last bands that I was in, was that and a band called Me Versus Me. Those were like the last bands I did before pursuing the Cody Pope thing full time. Damn, Ryan said I still have my copy. Holy shit. Is that on do you have that on CD or digital? You got to let me know in the chat. If you have that on CD, I definitely need to hear that. That's crazy. Wow. I think it's so we re-released. So when I started the label, I was like looking for projects. Damn, he has it on CD. Holy shit. Next time we link up, we definitely got to bring that through. That's crazy. So when I was starting the label, it was like 2018, 2019. I was in a bit of a hiatus myself, and so Fugitives and Refugees, because it never had like a proper release, that we put that out digitally as one of our first releases, and so you can stream that pretty much anywhere, I'm pretty sure. Fugitives and Refugees and Living Hell. But it's a really great record. On the recording is, so the drums were split up between me and Andy Nyron. I did the bass, but live the bass was played by Jay McCallum, but I did the bass on the recording. I did the rhythm guitar parts, and then Mike Tusignant did the live guitar parts. I mean, the lead guitar part, and then I did all the vocals on it. Damn, this is what I'm talking about, dude. I love this guy. I have every physical CD you've ever handed me. That's crazy. He has stuff that I don't have, because over the course of, my career and our time, it's like almost a coincidence that those things coincide, because I've just always been on this musical path. And so I started my first label in 2010, and I met Ryan in, I think it was 2008 or maybe 2007 or something like that. Damn, he said, even the handwritten labeled ones. Those are probably the ones I don't have anymore.
Ryan's a G, man.
Yeah. People would be surprised though. It's like people think this CD collecting shit, you know, like it's like vinyl collecting. People like they're like just start little vinyl collections, and it's like, nah, bro. I really been about, you know, but I know Bizza knows what's up, but it's like,
Oh shoot, we doing that? We doing that? I got that too. I can do that too. I don't know everything that's in here right now, but let's drop everything. I got one of those too.
Oh,
That's money right there.
yeah, we don't put money to
Oh shoot, look what I just found.
gentlemen, put your discs away. These unsolicited disc pics. You can't just show discs on stream.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, we can't do that. Remember these? Remember these?
Damn. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know how many of these are still gonna play because they're like, you know, I put the CD behind, like, I mean, the CD like cover behind it so it didn't fuck it up. But you know,
Dude, I did that to some of my shit too. It's funny, you can like see it on some of these pages.
oh shit, yeah, I got to do something with this. I just found the instrumental version of like one of the first like songs I did in the actual studio, like
Oh,
the
really?
first time I went to the studio in 2003.
Okay, damn.
That's
2003.
fucking, and it's a Twilight Zone sample.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
shit.
go.
Yeah, so I might have to do something with that. I might have
That's
to do
crazy
something.
that you said that, dude. I gotta send a big shout out to Anderson. I hope he sees this, dude. When me and Byron played Rap Night last time, dude, he fucking gifted me these, dude.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh,
Wow.
You invented the Twilight.
holla, holla.
Yo, I love that song. I'm not even gonna front.
Nah, that's the shit, man. That was like some real fire shit that he was dropping.
I sing that song way more than people would have.
Who's Anderson?
Anderson
From the Shasky.
Anderson does security at the Shafskeen, and he's also a writer that we've been so he's been putting out a series of self-published books, and when the final collection is done, we're gonna with him on putting out the like collected version of it.
Oh hell yeah!
Dope. Is he the one who was working the door last time
Yep.
I was there? Okay,
Yeah.
bet. Yeah, those are dope. The Twilight Zone things. What are they? They look like plaques,
Dude,
like
they're
platinum record.
no, it's basically like it's like a statue almost. I haven't taken it out of the box because I like the box so much too. But it's like these. It's like a pretty heavy ass. Like this one's like a bobblehead.
Oh, okay, I can see it now. The way that the light was shining on it, it looked like flat, like 2D.
Oh,
But I
no,
see it now. Hell yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
then, you're still dark. You've gone dark.
That's appropriate for the.
Oh,
For that.
okay. No, I'm just making
I'll
sure.
be back shortly. Thank you.
What does that mean? Jesus Christ.
Wow, all kinds of gems in here. I forgot all about.
It's wild outside. It's like frozen rain. It's little balls of ice and
Hail?
shit.
Hail?
It's like sleet.
Hail. That was hail earlier.
Very small hail.
Like,
Yeah,
what's the hail?
I'm right here too.
Shit, the motherfucking Weatherman mixtape?
Damn.
Okay. Fucking LP was rapping on that Missy beat. Yeah, man.
Boom.
Digging in the crates.
Yeah, I just fucking now I'm all like intrigued. I find like on my CDs and shit. They're like
Right.
I about.
We were just comparing CD bags before because
Yeah.
They were comparing disc size.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
we
I like
still
that.
got these Tonka truck CD books.
Fucking the first Mob Deep.
Oh, damn.
Damn, that's dope. That's funny, dude. I know it's not the first one, but I saw this when I was like going through my thing.
Oh, I love that. That's my favorite shit right there.
Man.
That's it.
Oh man, right next to it, dude. I've had this for a long time too, dude. This is a great album.
Oh hell yeah!
Mm.
It took me a minute to get into his back catalog because like I was one of those like I remember him from like way back in Flip Mode, and then like it took me like a hot minute to like even like pay attention. But like when I fucking caught in, I was like, now he's like my fucking one of my favorite rappers now.
He was part of Flip Mode?
He was part of Flip Mode back in like 2000. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know if he like took the place of Lord Have Mercy. Yup. I just
R.I.P.
fucking found my what do you call it? Kind of wish I didn't write on these, but you know, it's what it is. It's not like anybody's ever gonna get them anyway. They're mine forever. So
Yeah.
Long live physical media.
boom. Fucking. Rage Against the Machine.
Kind of funny.
Where's Khalifa? Oh shit.
Ocean Orange Juice. Wow. They recently re-released it onto streaming like Apple Music and stuff. They had a new front cover to it because the other one was like, you know, a rip off of another album cover or something.
Um,
What else is...
if you guys like, if you're Rage Against the Machine fans, this is Zach De La Rocha's first band,
Oh shit.
What's it called?
Inside Out.
I remember you showing me like videos online of that shit. I definitely want to peep that.
Called
Definitely want to peep that.
Inside Out, No Spiritual Surrender.
Oh. What style music is it?
It's similar to Rage, like pretty heavy. Oh man,
What you got, Bizzle?
sick. Lord
First,
Finesse.
Lord Finesse. So dope. Fucking Big L Bone.
Oh, I don't have any CDs to show. I'm discless.
Fucking
Same.
Young Jeezy.
Wow. Was that Thug Motivation? What was that?
The Inspiration.
speaking of nonfiction.
Love Motivation though.
Yeah. Trap or Die.
Vote or die, bitch.
That's it. He did have that song, My President is Black. My Lambo's blue.
Blue.
Oh,
I'll be
shit.
goddamn if the rims ain't too.
I don't
Yeah.
wanna listen to dude like
What
that
a
no
what
more,
a time. What do you got there, Bizza? Aesop Rock?
Oh,
Appleseed? Oh,
Damn.
but-
shit.
Appleseed. Hell yeah.
What's the other one underneath it?
Music for Earthworms. Those are his first two shit.
Damn.
I'm actually like tempted to pop
Hey,
those.
Sorry, Joseph asked, where can I download your music? You can find music from everybody on the Hellhound Publishing roster at www.hellhoundpublishing.com. And our music's also available across all streaming platforms. 8Bizza also releases music independently as well as through us. You can find all of his independent releases at 8-bza.bandcamp.com. I'll post them in the comments here too.
Word.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Even if
Yeah, this is a relic right
also
here.
he said I
This
would
is
have
the
gotten it.
first CD I gotta beat
I
on.
don't really use them anymore. Totally understand that. Not everybody's back on that wave. We also have like CDs and shirts and all sorts of stuff because we get it. Like, it's like it's really about like the lifestyle, where it's like even with the music, people will always be able to stream our music, but there's like only a couple hundred people that have me and Byron's debut album Meet Me in Gate City on CD, which like we obviously like signed them, and they come with like special liner notes and prints and all sorts of stuff with them. So it is like a cool collectible thing, but we're also like trying to grow our catalog too, so that we'll have eventually we'll have like cassettes and vinyl, as well as like more of like the shirts and hats and all that kind of stuff too.
Biz has got the food album as well.
Damn, that's funny. I showed that earlier. I think you
Yeah,
were
I just wanted to point out that like we both got. I think that's dope.
Yours is
the other
red,
thing I
though.
was showing before, Pope. I didn't want to interrupt because when you were talking, but I found the first CD that I got a beat on from 2003. So remember I was telling you about my dog Cast One? Like so he fucking he put this shit out in like 2003, and like we were actually linked up over SoundClick back when that was like still happening. I was like SoundCloud. So fucking
I remember SoundClick.
Boom. And it's an official one too. It's not like the blue back or whatnot. So that shit should play in any CD player.
Well, that's
so I'm gonna have to break that out.
Sick.
I'm gonna have to break that out for y'all sometime. I'll free you.
Yeah, you got me beat by a few years. My first like recording with a band was 2005.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think I like played in bands beforehand, but we weren't like serious enough to record until I was in a band. Hey, what up, my brother Justin Clare? Coming
this
in
is
through
a relic right here.
Hey, love you, bro. Justin's a hometown homie that's out in California now. He's big supporter. Every time he picks up our drops all the time. Justin's one of the few that got one of these. Actually, we did a limited edition embroidered screened hoodies, heavyweight hoodies. We made, I want to say, definitely less than 20, but I think it ended up being around 10-ish. And yeah, he was one of the ones, man. We'll probably never have those again. Like, we'll have a different variation of it, but those are only for a select few people that supported during Renaissance Park. Oh, I love that. He said, wearing it right now, comfier than a motherfucker.
Hey,
I love that. That's all I care about with this shit. You know what I mean? Is like attention to detail and like preserving the quality.
Did you print it at the same spot you had the release party?
So we were making them that night. So like while the event was happening, we were like we had them on the embroidery machine, and then we were packing them up and selling them to people. And that's why we made such a small run, because it was like we only had 30 ticket holders, so it was basically only limited to that night. And so anybody that didn't buy one, that's what we put up on the store after, and then those sold out in like a couple days.
What do you got there, Bizza?
Mr. Liff, a OG cut, dude. That's crazy.
Huh. This is a fucking relic right here, man.
And
2001.
how crazy manifestation, dude. Now Bizza's got multiple records with Liff.
There you go. Full circle.
Not enough, I must say. Or with Ack, and I'm hoping to change that fairly soon. So,
dude, I love that.
Got to keep putting the bug in homies' ear, really. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm finding all kinds of gems in here, man. Talking about like CD, the days of CDs. This is how I used to have to like rock the shows, put shit on CDs to play, and have them just, hey, you rock that shit, and like, hey, press play. All right, play track 3, track 6, track 9, whatever.
Oh God, I don't know how easy that is to see, but I have Tool's first album and
Oh,
Justin
damn.
Timberlake.
That's insane, dog.
Are they alphabetized by letter in there?
At one
What's
point,
a Timberlake? Yeah.
Timberlake and
they
Tool.
were, and they were horribly off.
Uh,
Yo, Justin said Mr. Liff is a real one, and that's such a true statement.
Absolutely.
We're all huge fans. I know. Obviously, like I was saying, Biz has got a bunch of joints with him. Me and him, we were at an event at the Bridge in Boston, and we ended up being in Studio A and just spending like an hour and change just talking about the state of all the music and art shit.
Oh,
And
yeah, dude.
he's just like he's a fantastic guy, and he's just always so true to his art. Fucking shout out to Thievery Corporation too. He tours with Thievery Corporation, and they're so sick. Shit, I can't read that. What is it?
Paid in full.
Damn.
We got like all the Eric B. and Rakim
Right,
shit
you know, I
here.
love some joints. Straight
Oh
up.
shit, what up, Kitty?
Vader.
Hi.
The Real Carnivora.
Yeah, that's him.
You probably
Anybody
can't read this either, but that's the George
the
Carlin.
Carnivora album. There's the album cover model right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What else we got?
He's very interested in you guys.
Hi, Kitty.
Look upside down.
Old Adams fam shit.
Adams Family? What?
This is just 2 pages of Black Flag records.
Can't tell if I had that upside down or not.
What
Paul,
is
you
that?
familiar
Baby?
with Adams Family, right? Like not the
Da-da-da-dum?
Adams Family.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Then no.
This is like
Yeah.
97 shit.
I was gonna say that they probably did such a small run of that too.
It's like got a whole like bunch of bad like freestyles on the end too. It's kind of wild. Like, oh shit, fucking Blood of Abraham.
Damn, that's sick. Ryan said the first CD I ever bought myself was Paul Abdul "Shut Up and Dance." I love that.
Hey, I ain't mad at that, man. Thank you,
I think the first CD I ever bought myself, if I remember correctly, was Sublime's self-titled album.
Oh, nice.
And I remember, I can remember it specifically because I went to Coconut Records, which now
shit.
is YE. But it was that same spot in the mall. But they used to have signs up that were like hanging above the aisles, and it had the parental advisory sticker, and it was like, if the sticker is parental advisory, like you must be, I think it was like 13 or older, da 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 da. And I was like 10 or 11, and I was like with my cousin who was a few years older.
Yeah.
And I was like, will you buy this for me? And he was like, no, just fucking buy it. And I was like, what are they? He's like, what are they going to ID you? Like, just tell them that you're 13. And I was so scared, and I ended up buying it. And man, that was a joint, dude. I ended up I got a big Bradley Noel poster after that and hung it up on my wall, and my mom got pissed and took it down. And but
Yeah, that's like that was always like the bummer part when they just like want to fucking like support that. Like, I remember back when like fucking It Was Written came out, and I was playing that on my back when like the Talk Boy was still a thing, and I had the tape of that shit, so I was like walking around playing that with a little speaker fucking bumping, and some of the shit he was saying, my mom was not happy with that. It was a good time though, man.
yeah, straight up. Speaking of CDs soon cometh. Right now, most of the web store is sold out. However, oh, hold on. My first CD was the Victory Records mixtape. Had Atreyu, Between the Buried in Me and Walls of Jericho. Man, that's a joint right there. Dude, I remember those records too. It's funny because while I was going through my thing, I definitely had Between the Buried and Me's Colors in there, which if anybody in this chat hasn't heard that, just listen to the opening song. It's phenomenal. But man, what that just brought me back. Walls of Jericho was so crazy. Atreyu, I just think of oh my god, what
Never ending story? What?
The never.
Love, it's like no, Ain't Love Grand, I think it was. So hard to say when your eyes are rolling in the back of your head. I remember. Oh yeah, it was a joint, dude. Atreyu was crazy. Funny story about Atreyu is when I was like, I think I was like 19, and one of my homies was in the military, and he was about to go to the army. So we like planned a whole weekend for him, and part of that was going to Linkin Park's Project Revolution tour, and it was at the Tweeter Center at Mansfield, and we showed up, and Atreyu was on one of the side stages. Yes, dude, lip gloss and black, dude, Ain't Love Grand. So Atreyu was on a side stage, and then The Curse. They put out an album called The Curse later. That was pretty good too. They were on the side stage, which was crazy because like we went into it being like, oh, it's a Linkin Park thing, like okay, cool. Like it wasn't really our thing, but our boy like loved Linkin Park, so that's why we were doing it. But we showed up and we saw fucking Atreyu, which was crazy. Then we went to the main stage and we saw Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star. And we got to literally be like right up at the front to the point where people were like passing weed with them and shit.
That's sick.
It was nuts. And then eventually we saw Linkin Park. And even Linkin Park was pretty crazy. But man, funny that just seeing Atreyu like really brought me back. That's so funny.
It's always so dope. Those concert experiences are things like you'll never forget. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like I keep thinking about like I don't know if I ever told you, Pope, but how I like went down to Central Park like back in 2005.
Oh yeah.
My friend Rabbit, we went and saw fucking The Roots. With them at that moment. And fucking De La Soul, bro.
Damn.
And like De La was doing like the like bring other people out shit. So like Most came out, fucking Dreads from Black Sheep came out, fucking Sadat came out.
Damn.
It was really fucking wild.
That's just like a run of legends right there.
Yo, and when the Roots were playing, Vernon Reed from The Living Color was part of that shit, playing with them.
Ooh.
It was so fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and Premier was playing like in between all the sets. And apparently, and I didn't know this at the time, but apparently Bug Out was in the back, like chilling with Static and everything. This is before I had met Bug and everything.
Holy shit.
But just imagine, like, we were like in that proximity, but we still hadn't known each other yet. Like, that's some wild shit, man. Like,
love you, Justin.
All right, fellas, I think I got to sign off soon.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have to dip in a minute myself.
We should probably tap out anyways. Thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you to so much to everybody that was going to come see us in Portland. We're sorry that the weather prevented us from getting there, but we promise we will reschedule that date very, very soon. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning into this. We had a bunch of fun, so I think we're going to try and figure out when we can do this again.
Yeah, I enjoyed this, guys, definitely.
Let's talk about the rhythm roulette stuff later, too.
Right? Yes, please. Let's make that happen.
Much love, Ryan. Love you, too. So as we head out, I just want to final words. And obviously, if you guys have anything you want to add after this, please do. below me is my brother 8 Bizza. His record, Bobby's Boom Bap Recital, will be coming out this year, 2024, on Hellhound Publishing on CD. In the meantime, he also independently releases music for himself and Ocho Phono through 8 Makes Great Music. You can find all of his music at 8-bza.bandcamp.com. In this corner over here is Tripsy. Tripsy is a Hellhound representative based out of Boston. His debut instrumental album, Carnivora, is available now on hellhoundpublishing.com, on all digital streaming platforms, and on CD in a limited run through hellhoundpublishing.com. And on this side of me is Even Though is also now a Worcester, Massachusetts resident, but a Hellhound Publishing artist representative. His debut album and his follow-up album, Solstitial and Equinoctial, are available on hellhoundpublishing.com, as well as on a double album CD that you can purchase exclusively at hellhoundpublishing.com. My name is Cody Pope. I am the co-owner and founder of Hellhound Publishing. I'm also part of the group Cody Pope and Byron G. You can find our music. Our latest release, Renaissance Park, is available now on streaming platforms as well as hellhoundpublishing.com. We're going to be announcing a bunch of dates very soon, and we have a bunch of new records on the way as well. But in the meantime, everybody has music on streaming platforms. You can find us on everything is on hellhoundpublishing.com. If you want to hear some exclusive songs, like we mentioned before, the song that we premiered earlier, that's available at patreon.com/hellhoundpublishing. Members can join for as little as $1 a month, and that's direct support, goes directly to us. I think that pretty much covers all the bases. Boys, anything that you want to add to this?
No, just thanks everybody for watching and listening, and hope to see some of y'all at the show.
Hell yeah.
Echoing everybody's sentiments.
Long
Looking
live
forward to seeing y'all in the postponed.
Long live physical media.
Long live physical media. Long live Hellhound Publishing. Long live y'all, beautiful gentlemen. Fucking keep this shit moving.
Brown Brothers.
Hellhounds, are we underground? Later, fellas.
All right,
Shout out to my girl Bex.
take care, guys. It's been real.